up, what up, what up? I'm Michael. This is my man, my co-host, the legend.
Oh, come on, you too kind, man.
That's Gabriel. Listen, you just go by Gabe and Mike. Listen, it's a new podcast, A Wing and a Prayer, where we talk about all social media issues, all things, politics, sports. We just gonna come here and kick it. I mean, probably an hour a week or whatever.
Or more.
Or more, you know. Long as y'all checking in, we got the time to give y'all all the information, all the laughs. That's what we're here for.
Thanks. I got anything to add to that? Nah, I don't. But we could just get into the topics and what was we talking about first? We said we gonna get into what's it, that lady that
You wanna talk about you wanna go straight to that?
maybe we go straight into it, man. Why we gonna
Oh,
hold it
listen,
back?
we're gonna drop bombs. First topic of the day. Pastor or minister turned in her cloth to reveal what's under the cloth on OnlyFans. She is making now $200K a month. Not from the pulpit, but showing the pulpit. So, what's your take on that, my man?
I mean, what I say is right now OnlyFans got everybody going crazy. You know what I'm saying? You could stay home, in the comfort of your home, you could do what strippers do in the club, in the bedroom, and make more money than they do, going straight to your bank account. So, I mean, what's crazy is she probably a couple of weeks before she started doing this was thinking a certain kind of way about strippers, about prostitutes and all the stuff like that. But I'm saying, like, now she kind of joined the crowd. She kind of became something like that. But it's something like she started to do the OnlyFans, but she also was like
A life coach.
a life coach for them or something like
Yeah.
that. That's the weird part for me. How do you become a stripper / life coach from a minister?
Listen, she got the skills to minister and be a life coach. Now she's just doing it without a holy dress. I mean, here's the thing, man. Like, OnlyFans is a racket right now, bro. Like, they are bringing in that bag, and it's a hustle. Like, I don't know how many people joined her OnlyFans. Like, just because you're on there, it don't mean you're naked. Like,
That's true.
Like, DJ Envy got one with Caesar from Black Ink, and they sit there and talk about real estate in OnlyFans. Like, but it costs you $15 a month to sit there and hear them talk about real estate and how to get that bag a different way. So just because it's an OnlyFans don't mean she's naked.
That is true, because I figured that OnlyFans didn't start as something that was supposed to be,
Nothing starts out like that.
and then out of nowhere, somebody figured out, hey, if I post something that I've been posting on my Instagram and on my Twitter, on my Facebook for free, and I put it on here where people got to subscribe to see the content, then I could make a bank.
Yeah.
And, there's guys who's always been paying for like feet pictures. And, I'm saying they pay to smell your dirty drawers and things like that. So if you could supply that to them from the comfort of your home, and they could just be on their phone or their laptop or whatever, and they could view these things.
Yeah.
They gonna jump at the opportunity. So,
Man, long as there's a pervert in the world, there's always gonna be it's always gonna be room for them to get this bag, man. Like, long as there's somebody out there that's hiding something from their girl, from their wife, they got a little secret obsession.
yeah.
It's always gonna be opportunity to get this money. But she came from the cloth,
And that's the thing.
and then was like, you know what, money. like what I'm gonna do is chase this bag.
Yeah, she said no more passing around that basket.
Bro, they say she's praying on there. Like, she just
she prays for real.
she
Naked?
just praying.
That's
So it's like, I'm just letting you into my secret place. It's like, really, really, is it
she
so?
do these on Sundays. I might have to tune in. Get my
You know my heart. So-
get my Sunday blessing. You know what I'm saying?
but bro, it's a bag to be had out here, man. I'm not gonna say I'm against it.
Nah, definitely not.
Uh,
I feel like as long as you're doing something that you want to do, this is something that you want to do, you feel in your heart like, hey, this is something I could do, then go ahead, go for it. As long as it's not hurting anybody, as long as it's not, well, I guess it would depend what your morals and things like that is, but as long as it's not going against your own values and things like that, man, shoot for the stars.
her moral compass might be broken because you just came from way left to way right. Like, bro,
That's
like
a big jump.
That's an insane jump but $200K a month.
Hey, man.
Listen,
If I knew I could make $200K a month on OF, I'd be on OF.
man, listen, I'm about to hit the gym now and just test it out. Like, listen, let me drop 40. I'm out here like, listen,
Hey,
Do y'all want to see?
you know, do the premiums, $5 a month. You know, rack it up.
People out here with the $24.99. First off, for $24.99, you got to be Fantasia out here. You can't just be
Fantasia,
like,
though?
yeah, man, it's my favorite. That's my favorite woman on earth.
Alright, Fantasia's cool.
Not now. She's pregnant now. But I don't.
Hello, Rihanna. Not Rihanna. Forehead too big. Beyonce. Oh, that's mad cliche. That's
Yeah,
corny.
Halle Berry, we done seen it. Monsters Ball, been there, done that. It's nothing you can really. I done seen it. Fantasia, it's something about her. That's.
I mean, yeah. Fantasia's alright.
Alright.
Sullivan,
All right, Fantasia is amazing.
she's okay.
This will be our last installment of.
She's a beautiful black woman. Let me take that back. She's a beautiful black woman.
Nah, she's been. I don't even know why she's been my favorite since American Idol. And she wasn't even cute on there. Like she was looking struggle on there.
Yeah,
but
and then she got the sing face, like how Trey Songz got the singing
Yeah,
face. She got the singing face.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
But I went to her concert. I was in there crying there. I'm like,
She got a beautiful voice.
I was in there singing all her songs and stuff. You know, call me what you want. I was in there loud too.
I mean, when I see you come on, I sing along with that. But that's about as far as I know. That and Go Ahead and Free Yourself. That's all I know from
I know the whole album, top to bottom. Any song.
Yeah, I knew a lot of Keisha Cole. My mom was a
Who?
Keisha Cole. Yeah, my mom was a Keisha Cole.
She couldn't hit a note.
I mean, on the album, she could.
No, she couldn't.
It sounded good.
Never knew.
Yo, that song give me goosebumps to this day.
Because she was on the right notes, or just because the
I
song?
mean, just the way she say love. Just some goosebumps start going and stuff. Okay, I could do
I
that.
sound like, bro, she.
So you ain't watch the verses?
I did.
Ashanti and I didn't watch
I
it.
watched a little bit of it. I watched two songs, and I was like, nope, Keisha can't sing. And then I cut it off.
I ain't
Like,
gonna front. I tuned in at a moment where she was singing. And I turned it off. I did. I turned it off.
like, girl, you missed all the notes on your own song. Like,
Plus, I was seeing everybody. They was like how Keisha Cole was late. Like when I first tuned in, it was just Ashanti. Keisha Cole wasn't there yet, so I turned it off. I kept watching my Facebook, and everybody's like, "Yo, Keisha Cole," had a bunch of memes and jokes. And then when I tuned in, when she did show up,
Yeah.
she was singing, and I was like, "Nah, this ain't it for me. I gotta tune out."
First off, what gave her the thought that she could be a diva? Like, girl, you got 2.5 hits.
Nah,
Their biggest accomplishment is marrying a C-level player in the NBA.
come on now. I don't
Without
think,
Booby Gibson, Keisha,
what?
your mom is more famous.
She
than
made
you.
him famous.
That's Frankie's daughter, and Frankie ain't do nothing.
But that's because of Love and Hip Hop. Was it Love and Hip Hop she was on? I don't even know.
She was on the Keisha Cole show,
Oh, she had a show.
and nobody remember. See, Frankie more popular than her. Like,
Nah, but that whole album, that first Keisha Cole album, it had a lot of the hits on there, right? No, it had Love. I should have cheated was on that too.
that's it.
Man, there's something else on there. Nah, did she got that joint with Sean Paul? That's a hit.
What?
Come on, anything
What was that in 2001?
anything Sean Paul do is a hit. Yeah, he's a pop star these days. Just because we ain't hear it don't mean that the masses did.
I haven't heard him since the girl shook her butt in the "I'm Still in Love" video. That was the last time.
Wow, that was a minute ago. He had a joint. Well, he kind of jumped on the Tory Lanez remix. That was pretty recent. But I mean, I ain't
He's
checking
reduced
for
to being
sure.
on Tory Lanez album.
I mean, that's a feat. That's good.
Life is over for this guy.
Ah, come on, Sean Paul's good. He cut his braids, his fake braids, and he got this little mohawk thing going on.
He might as well make a song with Magoo.
Yo, who's that? But I think I saw. I don't know if it's true. I think I saw that the next verses is supposed to be Tony Braxton versus. Damn, who was it?
I thought I saw Fantasia Jasmine.
Word? See, now I know it's just fake. They just throwing things out there, man. It was Tony Braxton and somebody that was pretty. Mary J.
Tony can't hold a candle to Mary. Man.
Yeah,
Like, that's-
unfortunately, like
yeah.
Tony could sing and all that, but she don't got the.
Her catalog
hits.
ain't really. Yeah.
Yeah. She got too many.
Mary got Johns.
And
man.
some people might say Mary can't sing and she can't dance and all of that, but you can't deny that Mary got them hits.
She also can't sing like Keisha, but she means it.
Yeah.
Like, it come from a place, and I can deal with it, man.
Yeah, she got some good
She
music.
got hits, and
that's from
she been around since '89.
yeah
Like, she got bangers,
to this day.
and Tony just
Fell off. Like what's the last? I don't even know. Breathe again. Breathe again. Is that?
do you think I am?
Tony Braxton better going up against Deborah Cox. They just do breathe again verse. How did you get here? Why you supposed to be here? You know what I'm saying?
Or the RL song.
What song is that?
That's Deborah Cox and RL.
Oh, she got another song. Oh no! Oh, she sings "Stranger in My House" too, right?
Nah, that's Tamia, man.
Oh damn! I gotta get my shit together, man.
What's the Deborah Cox and RL song?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. Only know that
We
one.
Can't Be Friends.
See, I'm gonna have to go home and listen to that. I gotta get my R&B game up.
Yeah. Deborah Cox was on fire for 2.5 songs. I was like, man,
I thought you about to say 2.5 years.
Them 2 songs came out. I was like, she is unbeatable.
That was on the same album.
It's the same week. They dropped it, and that was it. It was over for Deborah Cox, bro. But she got a beautiful voice, bro. She does. Her song, she needed Babyface, and whoever was writing her music just couldn't do it.
That's what it boils down to, good writing. Like, if you don't got a good writer,
yeah.
I mean, but even sometimes still having a good writer doesn't really help. Because, like, Jay Holiday had Dream write some songs for him. He only had, you got 2 joints out with him?
It's Dream? I mean...
We got, what you call it? We got from, he wrote,
Bed?
Bed. Yeah, he wrote Bed for him. I don't know who wrote Suffocate for him, but I'm sure he didn't. And that was it. That's all we got.
Is Dream good?
Yeah.
I mean, I was just asking. Okay.
I want to know who could, all right, boom. Because I saw something they was like, they wanted to do, this is probably another fake versus picture or whatever, but it was like Justin Timberlake versus Usher.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I'm thinking, would the Dream go against? Maybe the Dream and Usher would be a good versus battle, probably.
But the Dream don't make music, he just write.
I mean, he got about 3 albums
that nobody knows the songs on.
Yeah, what? The first album he got Falsetto. He got I Love Your Girl. He got Shorty's a 10. He got
He sung that song?
Yeah, him and Fab. He got Purple Kisses. I don't know how many people heard Purple Kisses.
I know none of the songs but Shorty's a 10. That song right now.
That's a good one. Purple Kisses is a good song, man. He got what's that song? Love Songs. Come on, I just named my
He would have to go against like Neo.
But I mean, if you only know one song from him, then Neo's gonna wash him.
But Neo's gonna watch him regardless, but
yeah, hell yeah.
Because Neo is fire.
But see, the Dream could also use songs that he wrote that we probably didn't even know he wrote. Like he could come out with I'll Put You to Bed and throw other songs out that he wrote and might be able to
mess with.
Yeah.
But Neo wrote for a lot of people too.
Yeah, so
which is an underrated fact. Like
yeah.
Neo out here, that's why he ain't making his own music. He out here writing for Trey Songz and everybody else.
He's still writing? I kind of fell out of touch with like modern music, like especially like the R&B and stuff like that. I kind of fell out of touch with everything that's going on because music changed. It's not the same.
It's definitely not. It's really garbage now, but
yeah. It's like
I be trying to listen to them. It's some new cats. Like they come up with a song or two. You think they on fire, then.
But so who would be somebody you like recommend as a modern R&B go-to artist?
Modern?
Yeah, like today, like the
her.
I have to listen
Ella
to
Mai's album was exquisite to me.
I did like Boot Up.
Her whole album is like that.
I see a lot of people rave about Janae Aiko.
She whispers a lot. I can't.
Oh, okay.
I can't deal with the whisper songs. It's like, bro, let's sing, baby. Like, don't just don't whisper to me. Like,
serenade me.
Yeah, you want to hum. I don't want to hear that.
But who else though? So her. You said Ella Mai.
Yeah. Jasmine's Tiny Desk was amazing.
That's Jasmine Sullivan?
Yeah.
That's a new joint?
Yeah.
I think I see
that
talking
they
about
do like the Tiny Desk concert type.
Oh, no.
Yeah, hers was top notch. She can really sing, man. I knew she could sing, but she can sing.
It's down for the dudes.
Ain't nothing.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, all right.
Tory shot Meg and then
but Tory not no R&B artist.
More R&B than rap.
But see, that's the problem with the music today is like if that's what we're considering an R&B artist is Tory Lanez, then we got a problem in the R&B community.
We don't got nobody, man.
We need somebody. There's some dudes. I don't know their names, but I've seen people post. Obviously, I'm not prepared today, but I've seen people post about certain male R&B artists that they say is like the new R&B guys, but I haven't really tuned in. But I would say there is this one dude who I have listened to before. He had an album. I don't remember what it's called right now, but his name is K Forest. Never heard of him?
Nah.
I would say if you get the time, sit down, listen to some K Force. He got an album. I can't remember it, but I'll let you know later on what the album was. And it's like at least 3 or 4 songs that I listened to that's on there that I think is pretty good.
Right. I don't know nobody that's, if y'all don't know him, I don't know him. I know a couple mainstream guys because I'm really, bro, I'm stuck in the old school. Like, I'm listening to Montel Jordan lately.
Montel Jordan. Well, I know 2 Montel Jordan joints.
Me too. and one I have on repeat right now.
Which one is it? This how we do it, or is it?
What's on tonight? What's on tonight?
Okay. Yeah, that's my joint too.
That's heard that one. That's all I got.
Yeah.
But I'm listening to that like, man, this is music.
You know who I listen to a lot of his music, but I guess he kind of falls into the where I say that the R&B kind of took a turn. I listen to a lot of Chris Brown. I think Chris Brown got a lot of good
Chris is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Since the GOAT died, man, like since Mike died and Kels got bad, Chris is like the GOAT out here, man.
Yeah, he got a lot of good joints.
People want to see him go against Usher, but
I mean,
low key, I think he'll wash him, man.
I think he would too, but I think because we're limiting this to 20 songs.
Yes.
I know Usher Usher is not gonna get steamrolled. I feel like Usher got at least 5 to 7. I'm gonna just say 5 to 7 songs that he could possibly win, and then that'd be the game.
But it depends on what Chris plays.
That is true.
So like if Usher go first and Chris get a rebuttal, it's like.
But I think that's what the thing would be.
I don't think Usher has one song that we were like, yep, hands down, except nothing.
Yeah, probably not.
Nothing that I can be like, yo, hands down. When he plays this, it's over.
But like the way I was looking at it is like, all right, boom. Let's say if Chris was to go into his young Chris bag and he plays something like "Run It." Let's just say he threw "Run It" out there. Let's just say, he threw "Run It" out there. "Run It's" fire. That's his first. That was, I think, his first single we heard.
Yeah.
And then Usher came and threw out "My Way." You don't think that's a toss up? You think "Run It" is gonna like run away with it, or you think "My Way" is a good matchup?
But that's why I feel like if Usher go first is because you can pick a Usher song that can wash "Run It."
Yeah.
But if you play "My Way," Chris can also pick a song that's gonna wash "My Way." Like there's no song that Usher can drop to be like, yo, hands down, you win. Like none. Not Confessions. Not.
But you could kind of say that in the other way too. What can Chris play that's really gonna say that Usher can't play nothing that's gonna beat that?
A couple songs, man.
But I don't know Chris' full catalog. I'm not a guy who like listens to like full Chris albums, but I've heard a lot of songs and I know like some of the good ones, some of the hits and stuff like that. And with those, I don't think that he has anything that's just go straight smash anything Usher put out. Like,
nah, Take You Down is hands down the winner.
Nice and Slow.
Take You Down is gonna wash that.
It's gonna wash Nice and Slow.
Yeah, man.
Come on now. They call me USHER. Nah. I'm just saying.
Take
like,
You Down, I think a wash it,
Take
bro.
You Down is fire. I'm just playing. Take You Down is fire. I used to run that song back.
Bro, he was like 18 when he made that. I'm like, bro, this guy's on to something.
So yeah, Usher was like, he was young when he made Nice and Slow.
He also didn't write it.
Did Chris Brown wrote Take You Down?
They said he wrote his whole first album, so
that wasn't his first album.
But makes me now to me you write everything now.
Nah, come on. Now.
If you wrote Never the Right Time to Say Goodbye, nigga, at 15, that means you can write.
Listen, man, Chris Brown ain't write that. I don't know. I could be wrong.
They said
after this, I'm gonna go look all of this up. I need to know for sure that he wrote. If he did, I give him his points. I give him kudos for that.
I think that's what they said, and I was like, man, that's a little advanced for.
That is a little advanced.
That's advanced for me.
Which is why I can't believe he wrote it. I don't believe that.
Maybe some people are born with a gift. Maybe Michael Jackson wrote everything.
Another topic. We're gonna switch it up. We kind of spoke about the whole OnlyFans thing, so I want to keep it kind of social media. We're gonna talk about the challenges that has been. I mean, there's always been challenges. Challenges pop up every once in a while. I just was on Facebook. I saw a challenge that was like, "What's wrong with my sign challenge?"
Yeah.
Then they have what was it? My daughter challenge. It was weird challenge, but anyway, the newest challenges are like the busted challenge and the silhouette challenge. And I saw a few of both of them, and it's just the busted challenge. Obviously, everybody knows it's like some song. I don't know the song. I don't know who the artist is, but it's like they kind of wear like some regular clothes. Some of them is like in a robe or like hair all crazy, and then when they do the bust it, drop down, they got on a fly outfit, and you know they Megan Thee Stallion on.
Mm-hmm.
But some people have turned that challenge into something a little too crazy, and they've been posting it on TikTok. And everybody knows like TikTok is like children's playground on the internet.
Yeah.
And I just want to know, what are your thoughts about adults going on social media platforms that they know children frequent and just going crazy on it?
I got a lot of thoughts.
Yeah,
One,
let's say it, man.
they got to stop. Like on sites that you know is no parental advisory, is no age limit. Like some sites, if you put in your birthday, only people in your age bracket can friend you and whatnot.
Yeah.
TikTok is not one of them.
Nope.
So if you on TikTok, you just on TikTok. You seeing everything. And for adults who are 22, I mean, cool, I was that age. And it was like, oh, this is all fun. But as a parent now, and I'm like, bro, y'all are just down here just you having fun and you think it's fun and games. But meanwhile, my 13-year-old son is just in the room just all night. That's all. I hit my butt big. Bust it. I'm like, all night. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, man. How many more is it, man? Like, you got to be done by now. But it's like, yo, it's everyone on earth just having fun. If you want to do that, man, just keep that in your Snapchat.
Right.
With people who you are, I got to let you follow me. I got to accept you. Cool. So it's only the people that I want to see. It's nobody underage. Like, because to me, it's like, bro, this is indecent exposure. This is pornography basically on the internet. Like, if you're going to do that, put that on Pornhub or something. Let me be responsible for keeping my child off of that.
Right.
But on a platform where he's also watching gamers do stuff, and he's like, they got kid challenges now, and it's like, bro, I run into that as a 13-year-old. When I was 13, I didn't have no self-control. I'd have saw one of them and be like, yep, search bar. Bust it, like, all night.
That's a fact.
But on the flip side of that, my wife is right there. Flip side of that, if you enjoyed, hey, man, guys, hey. It's like,
Do you think?
Thumbs up, guys.
Nah, I feel everything you said is facts. You know what I'm saying? Because
If I catch my wife on the bus and jump,
think
he got more than one view, and it is more than me
you would support your wife doing the busted challenge.
in the crib. Absolutely. On the internet, one view.
I mean,
Me.
I feel like as long as it's not the ones that are going too far, like as long as she put on her,
she get 1.5K likes.
but that's good. She get lit. She get her social media platform lit, and then from there y'all could take it to
And
the
she
moon.
can pay me spousal support because I'm out of there.
like all right, boom. The busted challenge. I feel like, aside from the few people who took it way too far, when I say way too far, it's like what you said, like pornographically doing certain things on TikTok and things like that.
Yeah.
That's too much. So, but aside from that, you know what I'm saying, the busted challenge is pretty wholesome. You put on your Sunday's best, a nice little outfit that you go out to the club that she would have went out with you with on anyway. You know what I'm saying? And
I haven't seen one of them challenges yet with an outfit that my girl just has in her closet.
Nah. Yeah.
No.
I'm saying, well, she would put on what she would wear when she does her busted challenge. What I'm saying, like, she not gonna put. I'm not saying that she put on like
she doesn't own any other
something
stuff.
crazy.
Y'all would see her wardrobe like, regular soccer mom, huh?
I mean, but that's cool.
Like, anybody. I'm like, when I first seen it with her, I was like, man, who just has these dresses on standby?
Like,
Like,
you would be surprised.
with the heels, and I'm
Women
like,
are wearing lingerie these days to the club, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a regular outfit these days. But the silhouette challenge is something different. Like, the silhouette challenge off rip, for the most part, is like pretty much women in the nude, but like the light is kind of like, blocking everything. So you kind of just see the frame, but it is like they're really in the nude doing that. And off rip already, that's already a little bit too much.
The fact that people can just post, like, first of all, where they're starting at. This is the problem. Like,
That's a good question.
Like, who is just starting to, and why does it catch fire so fast? Yo, you can start a challenge, the hot chip challenge. It's a million challenges out here.
The cinnamon challenge.
And everybody just want to do it all the time. We couldn't get people to put a mask on to save our lives.
Yeah, I ain't got my mask on right now.
We done took a test. We're pretty solid out here in these streets. and we put it on. As soon as this camera cut off, it's back to the mask. You know what I'm saying? Go walk out this studio.
Facts.
But bro, we can't get people to go vote. We can't get people to put a mask on. We can't get people to wash their hands and sanitize. Like, but if I start a challenge on Facebook or Twitter, everybody on earth just jumps on. Like, bro, like it has to be. Like, what is driving people to do that? Like, it's beyond me that anything catches on that fast. Like, before I heard about the busted challenge, like, my wife had heard about it.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know was just like 20 million people have done it. I'm like, bro, Jordan Woods, Kim Kardashian. I'm like, celebrities doing it.
Yep.
Like, we don't, like, it's just everywhere. I seen some little girl try to almost slapped her head off. Like, girl, and that's what's the bad part, because like it's no way to block that.
Yep.
So now it's 10-year-olds running around here saying it, and like, I'm gonna try it, like, bro.
And they're probably seeing their mom do it, and that's what my issue is. Being a girl dad is like, my daughter seeing these things constantly scrolling through her TikTok, and at what point does it? I mean, obviously everybody would say, and I'm saying it's our responsibility, and which is true. It's my responsibility and her mom's responsibility, us as parents, to guide our children in the right direction, make sure they're not doing the wrong things and things of that nature. But at the same time, we give our children a certain freedom with their phones. You know what I'm saying? And TikTok is a privilege that we allow them, because there isn't just those things on it. There's, like you said, gamers on there. There's other challenges that kids could partake in and stuff like that. So we allow them to do that. So I'm not always going to be behind her while she's on her phone. So she could probably scroll by and see 100 busted challenges. And when she has time where she's in her room on her own, but obviously my older daughter doesn't live with me, so it's like she might have her time to where she has time to set her phone up and try a busted challenge, and I would probably never know. I'm saying, so that's what my issue is when it comes to like TikTok and these adults taking advantage of these social media platforms. Like you said, we have Snap, you have your Facebook, you have your Twitter,
you have OnlyFans.
You have your OnlyFans.
And you ain't got to charge much for that.
Exactly.
And you set your own price on OnlyFans, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So you can be like, man, listen, 12 cents. Watch me bust it. But then, if you 12 cents all night for 10 hours, you up to a couple dollars, man. You out here getting it.
Yeah.
But it's other places to do that, man. Like, I don't think open social media without any parental guidelines is the place to take it too far.
Yeah.
That's just, bro, have some proof about yourself. Like, don't have it out here, because it's funny, because it's only women can get away with this.
Yeah.
If we had a challenge, pull your meat out challenge, and we start doing that, like, little kids can say this is, oh my God, you're a pervert and you're a creep, and it's like, bro, but they do this all day. Like, it's caught fire and been everywhere. It's 50 billion people have tagged it, and it's like, bro, no repercussion.
Yeah.
As soon as a male do it, it's like, oh, you know what? You're a pervert. You've been wanting people to, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So stop it, women. I mean, don't stop it, but watch it.
Watch it. I'm saying, don't stop it. Just put it somewhere where it's not innocent children. See, we could get into some sports now.
Let's talk sports, man.
We could talk some sports. First,
you want to talk about?
I want to bring this up, man. I mean, the season is already underway. We're gonna start NBA. Well, should we start NBA? Yeah, we can start NBA and then finish off football. All right, so season is already underway.
Yeah.
But not too long ago, we just wrapped up the NBA Finals, in which the LA Lakers, led by LeBron James and Anthony Davis, LeBron acquired his 4th championship, right? His 4th one.
Was it 4th or 5th?
Two. Come on, now. He got 2 with Miami and 1 with Cleveland.
You only got 2 in Miami?
Yeah, they said not 1, not 2, not 3, but they only got 2. Right?
They only got 2?
Yeah.
Nah.
They only got 2 over there. Because D-Wade only ended his career with three chips.
Oh, man, they only got 2.
Yeah, they only got 2 chips over there.
So he 4 and 6?
400 million right now, right?
He's
been to the finals
10
times, I think.
Yeah. So he's 4 and 6 up there.
So they won the championship. Yeah. LeBron got his 4th. I mean his 5th, right? 4th. My fault. 4th. LeBron got his 4th. AD got his 1st.
Yeah.
And they did this in a limited season. Like, the season wasn't a full season because we stopped in March, I think it was.
So
or something around that area, and then they picked up back up with this bubble play, like later on, like almost like around the summertime, where they did like a couple games and then like a playing tournament, and then they got straight into the playoffs, and then finals. Obviously, they played the Miami Heat in the finals. Like, everybody know if the season would have went how the season was supposed to go regular, they would have ended up playing somebody like the Boston Celtics, or they probably would have played the Philadelphia 76ers, maybe even
Miami
the Bucks.
played Boston, didn't
Yeah, I think they did.
So
I think they did.
So they wouldn't have played Boston because they couldn't beat them.
I'm saying I feel like if the maybe we don't know. Maybe that wouldn't have been how the brackets would have fell, because the way the season kind of ended and picked back up. You know what I'm saying? Things ended up in a certain kind of way where this is the layout that we got. But my thought, I already know what your answer is, but my thought is for me and everybody else out there, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we're going to hear what you got to say, but do y'all really feel like, oh, all right, we could give them obviously they got the championship, they got the rings, the banner is hoisted up in the Staples Center. But are we putting an asterisk next to LeBron James' 4th title, Anthony Davis's 1st title, and this what number is this for the Lakers, like as a franchise?
18, 19.
19th? Are we putting an asterisk next to that championship run? What do you have to say to the people about that?
It could be an asterisk next to it.
All right, yes. All right, cool.
For the hardest championship ever.
Hardest,
bro.
Come on now.
Well, we had to stop a season in the middle of a season to go home to quarantine. And I know quarantining for rich people is probably different. Because we chilling, man. We got a big crib, but it's still quarantine. I'm broke, and I gained 15 during the quarantine. So to sit at home and stay in shape, in LeBron James shape, during a quarantine, doing nothing, that took a lot of dedication.
Well, LeBron's a machine.
I mean, he could have came back James Harden type, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He came back in shape and ready to go. Then you went to a bubble. Did you see the lunches in the bubble?
I did see, but I did see
These are billion-dollar athletic, finely tuned machines. They was giving them middle school cafeteria lunch.
I ate it. They could do good. They ate
a flame broiled burger, a couple 7 fries, and a fruit cup for a 6'8", 270-pound grown man. So, in the bubble. Every other night playing the game. You ain't seen your family in, well, they hit the bubble in like, what, August?
I think so.
They ain't come out the bubble till October-ish.
Yeah.
So I ain't seen my family, I ain't seen my wife, I ain't seen my kids, I ain't got no cheeks. This is just a long time to be desperate trying to focus on a basketball game. Then you got kids acting up. LeBron's son got caught smoking weed. He couldn't do nothing about it. He in the bubble. The mental anguish that he went through to get that chip, he deserved it, man.
I mean, I hear all of that you say, right? And if this was programmed with call, or that's what it's called, right? Or is it raised? I think it's going to be raised. Pretty much what I'm going to say is, to all that, I'm going to say, you as an NBA player had the opportunity to opt out of playing. They could have not played at all and just waited till everything started to die down to where they could play how they're playing now. I mean, there's still limited fans, if any fans, at certain arenas, and it's a shortened season, but they kind of got the ball rolling now. So you could have avoided all of the prison penitentiary meals and sat home with your family, continue to quarantine, and just keep your body in shape and keep doing what you do until everything lightened up and you could come back and play sports. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I understand they did have to go through some type of turmoil to finish off the season, but at the same time, I feel like it wasn't that difficult for them to do this.
What? You don't think so?
Nah.
I think it was horrible to go through because I know I wouldn't want to do it. Like,
you had to work through the pandemic, no?
I came home every night.
That's true.
If I had to stay away, like, hey, listen, you want to get paid, stay over here with us. Like, come to work for 8 hours, and then when you're done, go straight back to your room by yourself and watch TV, and we'll deliver lunch to your door. That sounds like prison.
That's true.
That really sounds like jail, man. So I feel like that championship it was tough, man. Not being home. I know people, man, but they were in a resort. They were in a hotel, man. Like a resort to them is a hotel. Resort to me is a resort. I'm broke. When my house is better than a resort, it's a hotel.
But they came out of that situation to a paycheck. And I don't know the specifics of the contracts and things like that, but I would like to assume that because they continue to play in such a time in the pandemic, that there was probably some sort of clause, some type of bonus in everyone's paycheck. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, look, this is some hazard pay. You're playing, you continue to play under these conditions. We're going to bump your salary and give you a little extra. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just how I feel about it.
I feel like the money's cool.
Yeah.
Like, money's great, but at the same time, it ain't the most. I don't say that now, but it's not the most important thing.
Yeah, it's not.
That's just supposed to say. Love and family and stuff, but you know, I'm all with making money, but bro, but not being able to see my kids that long, or my girl, or nothing like that. I'll be in there stressed.
He could have opted out. There were players who didn't play. Kyrie Irving didn't.
Cool. He
didn't play.
LeBron could have opted out, but then LeBron 50, right? Just because he's still young and almost averaging a triple double, he's like he only got so many chances left to try to catch Jordan in these rings.
That's true.
He really couldn't just be like, listen, man, I'm gonna skip a year. Like, he skipped a year at this age. There's no coming back, man.
Well, in my opinion, I think he should. I don't think he should be focusing on chasing Jordan anymore, because Jordan, we all know Jordan was 6 for 6 in the finals. When he made his first finals appearance and lost, he already lost to Michael Jordan. Like, I mean, he's always going to be in the GOAT talk. I'm talking about LeBron James here now. He's always going to be in the GOAT talk. He has a very high claim for it. I'm not going to discredit him for any of that, but I just feel like we can have more than one GOAT. Yes, it means greatest of all time, but we can have more than one, because if we're going to say greatest of all time, everybody knows, especially if we're counting rings, that should be Bill Russell. If it's not going to be Bill Russell, what do you mean? How many championships Bill Russell got?
He won the greatest.
He got 10 plus, bro.
Robert Horry also has like 10.
Not 10 plus, he got 7.
Robert only got 7?
Yeah, he got 7.
Is he better than Jordan?
No.
So you can't count rings.
But this is what I'm saying. But Bill Russell was a main piece to winning those championships. Like, without Bill Russell...
Is Rick Fox better than LeBron James?
Was Rick Fox a big cause for them championships?
Is he starter?
No.
Is Derek Fisher...
No, I'm just saying that Bill Russell was a starter, and that's why he should be the GOAT. I'm saying he was a instrumental piece. You know what I'm saying? And then Pippen was an instrumental piece to the Bulls winning championship.
Nobody talking about him being a GOAT.
Rodman was an instrumental piece in Detroit and also in
Luke
Chicago.
Longley was there for all of them.
Come on now. Steve Kerr was there for about 3 of them.
Is he the GOAT?
No. But what I'm saying is, if not Bill Russell, why not Lou Alcindor? Am I saying his name right?
Lou Alcindor?
Yeah. Why isn't
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
the GOAT? Why isn't he considered the GOAT?
He's considered one of the greatest centers. But here's the thing, man. Here's why I'd be like, it's more Jordan or Kobe-ish, or maybe even LeBron over them guys. Is you're 7'1", 7'2", 7'3".
Yeah.
Back in that, like, some of them steps were like Kareem and stuff was like, bro, Bill Russell was no 3 second. So you the tallest person in the world out here, you can literally post up in the paint and just like, yo, just feed me. So of course I can average 50, 50, and 50. Like, bro, it's just...
But he's doing that against Wilt Chamberlain on the other side.
That's 2 games a season. The rest of the time you're going up against midgets. Yeah. So, I mean, center, like, bro, Jordan came in as a 6'6" guard in a league that was for big men.
Yeah.
And was like, bro, I'm going to stop all these great big men from catching rings. I'm going to stop Hakeem, you only got him because I retired. Pat, you ain't going to get him. I'm going to kill you. Rick Smith, it's a negative for you too, man. Mutombo, come on, catch these dunks. He just came in and was like, bro, I'm taking over a big man's league.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take it over as a guard. Like, now it's full of guard play. Like, Steph and, you know, the Dame Lillards and all these guys.
RJ
James
Barrett.
Harden. Who?
Just had to throw that in there.
You know, the Lonzo Balls of the world and stuff.
Oh,
you know.
Lonzo Ball? Yeah, not right now. I'm sorry.
So, I get it. Like, now it's a guard league. So, but Jordan came in, it's a big man's game, man. Like, wasn't no guards really out here eating. Like, what shooting guard was out here? Like, bro, this guy's really great.
Well, I don't know about when he came in, but I mean, Drexler. Drexler?
He could dunk, but he was never considered like he's
Dumas?
Who?
Dumas?
Joe?
Yeah.
He was only good because the team was good.
Oh, come on now.
Who did he have having his back? Rick and all these other thugs.
But he did his thing.
But he wasn't.
As long as you play
but
your
what
part.
did he take over the game?
Nah, he's
Jordan
not a
came in
game
and was
changer.
like, "Hey man, look, my rookie year, I'm average 38."
That's true.
Like, I mean, while Dumar's career average is admirable, 11 points. Like, Jordan,
Is it really? I gotta check.
maybe a little lower than that. I don't know. But Jordan came in like, "Listen, I'm gonna give you 38 a night." Studio audience got a little
Yeah,
loud.
it's a little crazy over here.
But yeah, Jordan just came in as a small guy in a big man's league, and that's why people feel like he'd go. And he just took over, bro. Like, once he won his first championship, there wasn't a season that he played the whole season that he didn't win another championship.
Right.
Like, he literally, every time I step on the court for game one, I'm going to be here in the finals. Until I get to the Wizards, but that didn't count.
Yeah, that's another story.
Like, he could have literally probably won 8, 9 straight. Bro. Just like, listen, I'm out here.
So wait, so do you agree with Shaq's comments? I'm gonna paraphrase because I don't know exactly what he said because I didn't really hear it, but I kind of like read up on it where he was saying that he pretty much be calling the players of today's game soft.
Yeah.
And you pretty much, I mean, obviously when you're a guy who's probably the most dominant big man to ever play basketball, and you win 5 championships, 4 or 5, 4 championships. You kind of sum up a basketball player's career as if you don't win a championship, you ain't do squat, pretty much. So that's pretty much what he kind of preaches about today's game. Like, if you're not winning a championship, you're not doing anything. 1 and 2, all of these guys are pretty much soft. Is what he says. And I just want, do you agree that all of these guys are soft, or do
I disagree.
All right, thank you. I also want to say, do we not allow for people in every profession, in every career, in every facet of life, are we not supposed to grow? Are we not supposed to change? Are things supposed to stay the same way that it was in the 1960s and then be the same in the 1990s and then also be the same in the 2020s?
We supposed to allow people to grow. The game changed, so what it was back then is not what it is now. But my thing is, who made Shaq the sheriff of toughness?
Right.
Like, was he ever super tough? Like,
According to him, yeah.
I remember Charles Barkley slamming him. I remember Brad Miller slamming him. Like, bro, you lost to Brad Miller. And Charles Barkley, bro. Like, so you are not just like the tough guy. Like, you weren't that. You know what I'm saying? Skilled. Pretty skilled for a big guy. Dominant, yes, you 7'1", 350, but can move. Like, you were abnormal. Tough, nah. Do I think he would have made it through the reason we lost to the Pistons is because they were tough. You know what I'm saying? Ben Wallace was tough. Like, literally, really tough. Rashid was tough. Tayshaun Prince was tough. You didn't get off against them. They beat us 4-1. You can't talk to me about toughness. I mean, we beat the Pacers. They weren't tough. They had Rick Smits and Dale Davis and Antonio Davis. Like, they were nice guys. Reggie Miller, he weighed 110. You know what I'm saying? Like, we beat Keith Van Horn and the Nets. Like, we beat 90-year-old Mutombo and a 5'11" Allen Iverson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, who went off on them in game 1.
Yeah, like, so you really didn't go up against the tough guys. When we played the tough guys in the Pistons, we lost. You don't get to choose who's tough or say who's tough and who's not. I mean, granted, the league flops a lot and stuff now, and it was a little more physical back then, but it's not the players aren't tough. It's just the refs not letting it get to that point no more.
Yep.
Like, after the whole melee, after that, it was like, yo, we got to keep the wraps on all this arguing, all this bickering, all this pushing. Like, that's when the league started to turn and be like, yo, we're going to call it a little closer. We're not going to let it get out of hand.
Yep.
It's not that the players couldn't adapt. Like, most of these players are from the streets. They learn how to ball in the streets. But Derrick Rose, Chicago, D. Wade, Chicago. You think they not tough? Like, they can take it. You know what I'm saying? But they just don't have to. The league's not going to let it happen. So you adjust to that. So if I'm going to go to the free throw line 100 times and flop all over the place like James Harden, and you're going to keep letting me do it, bro, I'm gonna get to the line and rack these points up.
Yeah.
Like the average 30, if I'm getting 15 free throws, but I only got to make 7 more shots, and I'm in there, 30 points, I'm good. And they know that, bro. So you adjust to it. Do I think these players could have played back then? Some of them. Like the ones he's calling us off, like Spider Mitchell, bro. I like Donovan. Like I think he's tough. I think he's pretty good. For some reason he don't like him, but whatever. I think he can do it. I think Rondo's tough enough to do it. There's people out here. Dame is tough enough to do it. As quiet as kept, Steph Curry is tough enough to do it. Like he don't cry on the court. He just gets it in. But Shaq, come on, man. You up there getting bullied by Charles Barkley and Kenny with the knees. Like you're not really built like that, man. Like, nobody ever mistook him for like a tough guy, bro. You were just a big guy.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know where Shaq got the indication that he's someone who should speak up for everyone and say that, hey, like you guys are now soft. I know that they like to call KD soft because the burn account situation, and then he left OKC to go join the Golden State Warriors, who not only they lost to just the season prior, they were already a stacked team, but Shaq, I don't remember. I think he got traded out of LA, right? He got traded. He walked from LA to join Dwayne Wade in Miami to win that championship. Then once that was over, he made his way to, if I'm not mistaken, it was the Suns,
Phoenix,
to try to join a team that was already established to see if he could get another. So he started to do his own little run around. He ended up in Boston
after they made it far.
Yeah, so he's like he tried to chase rings. So it's like how you get off?
Calling KD so, because bro, you left LA, you went to Miami, but D Wade was a star. You know what I'm saying? And Alonzo was there. You know you could have him for whatever he was worth. You know what I'm saying? James Posey, all them guys, whatever. Then you left in was like, bro, Phoenix. Phoenix had Amari. They had Steve Nash. They had Grant Hill. Like, they had Roger Bell. Like, it seemed like that team was coming.
Yep.
And that was the Lakers' only competition. Couldn't get past them. Cool. Boston. You came to Boston right after the big three.
Yep.
Like I'm going to just capture whatever magic is left in the bottle and
see what I can do.
See if I can get them over the top. Couldn't do it. Like, bro, so you did the same thing, but because he did it in his prime?
Right. Because he took control of his situation and ended up with a championship after that.
But they praising James Harden right now.
Right.
Like, he had to get out of there, man. Houston was, and OKC was. Like, bro, they been to the finals twice, or they been to the finals, lost. Got to the Western Conference finals, lost. Russ still the same. I'm supposed to be the star. Russ shooting 30 times. I'm only getting up like 18 shots. Russ shot 35. Bro, I'm out of here, man. Like, I gotta go somewhere. Granted, he took a weak route. He went to Golden State, but people call that a stacked team. It's not really. I mean, they drafted well. None of these people did they go out and trade for. Like, they drafted Steph. They sat through the ankle injuries and whatnot and waited out till he became a star. They drafted Clay. Clay became a star. They drafted Draymond. Nobody won them. Yeah. 34 people got picked before Draymond.
Yep.
He turned into exactly what they need to fit that team. That's not a stacked team. They just drafted well to fill positions, man.
But then they also had won a championship prior. They won a championship beating LeBron and them, then lost the following year, which is when they said that Draymond made that phone call to bring KD over after they had a great season, about 73 wins, and they came back from a 3-1 deficit to beat OKC and advance. So it's like, I kind of see where they're coming from when they say it, but I don't agree that they're calling him soft. I don't think that you should use that terminology to describe a guy who saw what was the best thing for him to do for his career to take that next step. I left where I was at. We wasn't gonna win the championship together. They lost James Harden.
Yep.
They I don't remember Serge Ibaka had left already. I can't remember Serge Ibaka had left already, but losing James Harden was a really big blow for them because he was a sixth man of the year, and obviously we know what James Harden became after leaving OKC. So that was a horrible decision by the front office to let him walk. Pretty much, they lowballed him on the contract, and the rest was history. So.
I'd have lowballed him too, man, because he wasn't James back then. Man. He choked in that finals.
All you had to do was give him $65 million. You gave Kendrick what he was worth, but you didn't want to give James Harden what he was worth.
Which it shouldn't have been much. They overpaid Kendrick.
Exactly. So you're gonna overpay him, but you're gonna lowball me.
He didn't show up in that finals. I guess they thought that was gonna be his story, but. He started balling, but he still chokes in the finals or in the championships, in the playoffs. So
they gonna regret it when they see James Harden, KD, and Kyrie hoist up that championship at the end of the season. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, who's gonna make it that far in 2K21? I mean, because it's not gonna happen in real life. So if you ain't about to play 82 games on 2K, we're not gonna see that at all, man.
That's gonna happen this summer, man. This playoffs is going to be the finals is going to be Brooklyn Nets versus the Los Angeles Lakers. We all know that.
And LeBron's gonna bring home number 5.
I don't know about all that. The only way he gonna bring home 5 is if they shorten the finals games to best out of 5 games or something like that.
It's only going 5. 4-1.
Oh, really? You think so?
4-1 Lakers.
Come on now. I just seen they're about to sign Iman Shumpert. Just before we, I'm not saying Iman Shumpert is like some big time basketball player. Iman Shumpert, he's a champion.
That's the one that's married to the girl?
Yeah, to Tiana Taylor.
That's the only reason we know Iman Shumpert?
No, that's not. He won a championship with your boy.
Well,
with LeBron. Yeah, man, he was drafted by the New York Knicks. I'm saying I was sad to see you go.
And that lets you know everything you need to know about Iman Shumpert.
I was sad to see you go. Iman Shumpert was brought in as a very great defensive player, very good defensive player. He still could do it, obviously, which is why the Brooklyn Nets had decided to pick him up.
Iman Shumpert hasn't played basketball since 2015.
He's going to be all right. He just need to be ready for the finals. So they're going to bring him in. He's going to sit on the bench, get himself together. I'm saying I see talks about them trying to work a way to get Andre Drummond over there.
And that's when the championship would not matter.
Yes, it would.
Like, once you have to do all that.
I'm saying they had to get AD over to L.A., right?
One person.
Iman Shumpert is nobody, so he don't count.
But you already got James.
Hey.
You already got Kyrie.
Hey.
And you got KD.
Hey.
You got Spencer Dinwiddie.
So what we gonna say?
You got Joe Harris.
You got
DeAndre Jordan.
So Jordan rings don't matter because they had to go and get Pippen, and they had to go and...
Did they draft Pippen or they go trade him?
They trade, dog. Pippen wasn't drafted by the Bulls. They did a trade. It was like a draft day trade or something like that.
Did he ever put a jersey on for another team?
Hey, it doesn't matter. He was traded. He was drafted by somebody else, and they said... No,
so Kobe rings don't matter because he's a Charlotte Hornet.
I was getting to him. I was going to get to him. So Jordan rings don't matter because of that, and they had to bring... Remember, they brought Dennis over after Dennis was beating them up. Because Dennis and those guys were one of the reasons why Jordan didn't win a ring those years, because he was beating up Jordan and the Bulls where they won their 2 championships.
Did he win a ring before before Rodman came?
Yeah,
3,
they won 3 before Rodman.
They ain't either.
But I'm saying
any rebounder would have do.
I don't know about any rebounder. They saw that guy how he used to do them, and they said, "Now we need him on our team."
The Worm?
Yeah.
You thought that was his conversation?
I think so.
You think Jordan went there and said, "Hey, out of all the rebounders on earth, what I don't need is David Robinson or Charles Barkley or anybody else."
David Robinson wasn't going to lead the Spurs. Are you kidding me?
But did Jordan ask for Dennis Rodman specifically?
Well, I don't think so.
Specifically? Or
Whoa.
Specifically?
I don't know if he asked for him specifically. I think in the last... What's the name of that documentary again?
The Last Dance.
The Last Dance. I think they did speak about the moment. If it wasn't that, I think it was probably the Dennis Rodman documentary I saw, where they spoke about when they was going to do the Dennis Rodman signing, and Jordan signed off on it. I wouldn't say that he asked for him, but he signed off on it.
He said it was all right, cool.
I'm saying, but I wouldn't say that that Kevin Durant and Kyrie and these guys went to the front office and say, "Hey, go get me James Harden." But what I do think is they signed off on it. I think once they saw everything that was going on, they said, "Hey, look, if you could get him over here, that'll help." And that's cool. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with guys? Me, as a regular guy, right? If I had a homeboy working in another company, you know what I'm saying, I'm working where I'm working at. He reaches out to me and say, "Hey, look, I know your work ethic. I know what you could do. We worked together before. We weren't able to accomplish what we could accomplish in that last company, but where I'm at right now, I got it situated to where if I could get you over here, we could make some big things happen over here. Am I wrong for leaving the company that I worked at for the last 10 plus years? Well, I don't know if he was 10 years at Houston, but 7 plus years or whatnot, and I leave where I'm at and end up in that situation with my mans just so we could make something happen. Am I wrong for that?
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
I'm doing what's best for me and my family and my career. So I don't knock these guys for moving on from situations where things aren't working for them. I mean, obviously, you know,
But why
us as
is
fans,
things not working for him?
they haven't won a championship since he's been there.
Did Reggie Miller ever win a championship?
No, but he's not Reggie Miller.
Did he ever bounce?
His name is James Harden.
Did Patrick Ewing win a championship?
No, but he ended up in another team though. But we traded him. That's another story.
Yeah. Did Mark Jackson? No.
Yeah, these are guys that ended up getting traded. Mark Jackson got traded. We didn't want that to happen, but the front office for whatever reason moved on.
Sometimes you don't win, man.
That's true, but at the same time, hey, Kobe never left, but he almost did. He put the fire under the front office to make them make some changes
to move somebody out.
Yeah, but he was willing to leave. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to do, like, you get to a certain point where you feel like, hey, look, I've done everything that I think that I could do. We, on the outside, are going to say, well, did you really do all you could do, Shaquille O'Neal? Us are going to say that to the guy, like, hey, you didn't really give it your all. You didn't really do it. But you don't know that because we're not in this person's position.
In Game 7s, you put up 6 points. And 9 points, but then the day before the Game 7, you in a strip club, turn it up. You didn't give everything.
Why nobody else on the team was able to put up 40, 50 points?
Why should they?
Why does he have to be carried low?
Because nobody got $250 million.
Hey, we all in the NBA,
but we didn't get paid $250 million.
You don't get $250 million because you're not putting up those numbers. But I am. But I can't do it on an every night basis.
So when you do that, I need you to do that every night.
Everybody can't do that every night.
But you can't choke every Game 7 either.
I mean, I agree.
So once in a while, it's like, bad game.
I agree,
but every Game 7.
All right, so for it to get to Game 7, that means that they won 3 and the opposing team won 3. Mm-hmm. And the 3 games that they won, you tell me he choked all 3 of those games? He did his thing in the other 3 games. So when he get it to a Game 7, it ends up in the Game 7.
He chokes. Or closeout games. We're not gonna say games. We'll say closeout games.
He gets to a closeout game. But who's he losing in these games to? They losing to the Golden State Warriors. Most, if not all of those losses were to the Golden State Warriors.
He lost to a couple other people, but he's just...
I don't remember. I don't think so. I think most of them was to Steph Curry.
Only two was the Steph.
It was only 2? But I mean, how many times did they get to the WCF?
I mean, they lost before then, which makes it even worse. You can't get $250 million.
Losing to San Antonio Spurs, that's respectable. Spurs, they lost to the Spurs one year, no? And like a first round or something like that.
That's respectable.
It's not. That's a storied franchise. Greg Popovich himself got about 7 rings as a coach, I think. Oh, probably more.
He can't choke.
Come on.
I think James is a choke artist. And then he cried his way out, which I don't respect. So, I mean, I ain't gonna front. I don't respect the way he went about it. I mean, they gave him everything he ever asked for. Like, he wanted Dwight because I needed somebody in the paint. I don't think he wanted Dwight. He said he wanted Dwight. No, he didn't say that. He said he wanted Dwight. I don't think so. He was like, I need somebody that can jump and rebound, and Dwight's the man. They got him Dwight. They gave him Dwight. He ain't asked for him. Didn't work. You needed Clint Capella. They signed him. Didn't work. I need a point guard to take the pressure off you. Got your Chris Paul. Didn't work. It's like, bro, we get you everything you want. You need a shooter. So we got your Austin Rivers and Gerald Green and PJ Tucker. We got your defender. We got your Pat Bev. Like, bro. But so now he's like, listen, what I need is an all-star team. I need the Eastern Conference All-Stars. I need me, Kyrie, KD, DeAndre Jordan, and Andre Drummond, and Spencer Dinwiddie, and Joe Harris, and maybe I can win a championship. But here's the thing about that. When you build a team that way, and you don't win, it's no coming back. Like, the pressure's on now. You would get way more respect just fighting it out by yourself. Live up to it. But Reggie Miller is never looked at as a loser. But, bro, he fought it out. He did his thing. He battled Jordan. He battled the Knicks by himself. Did his thing. But right now, currently, before he asked for that trade out of Houston, we have those guys who sit up. I mean, I'm not saying that he should be paying attention to what they have to say anyway. But we have those guys who sit up and say, season in and season out, James Harden is this, James Harden that, James Harden's a choke artist, James Harden can't take you to the next level, James Harden blah, 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 he's never going to win a chip, blah, 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 blah. So all of that is going on, and he probably sat down and figured out, hey, these dudes might be right. I may not be able to win a championship being the number 1 guy on my team. So if I'm the second or third option on any given night, I'm saying I come to the floor, to court, and do my part. I do my triple-double, because he's a triple-double machine these days. So if I come to he's a turnover machine too. But I come to the game and I do these things. KD could drop
30 plus. I think he's averaging 30 points right now. He could drop 30 plus any given night. Kyrie's another guy who could drop 30 points any given night. And James Harden's a guy who could drop 30 plus points any given night. He didn't have that at any other time on the Rockets except for probably when he had Russell Westbrook on his team.
Well, my question is, why do you need all that? Did Kobe have three people that can score 30 points?
No,
after Shaq?
He had one other person.
That's all you need.
Shaq.
That's all you need.
But he only had Russell. Russell was the only guy who was the potential 30-plus point a night type of guy. But Russell Westbrook is also a point guard, and he's a ball-dominant guard.
I just think he's the cancer, man. Like,
who, Harden?
Yeah. He left Houston, and now they're winning. Like,
yeah, they on the streak right now.
Like, Oladipo and John Wall and Cousins, like, they like, bro, that's all we needed was that cancer out here.
And I feel like you might be right. I don't know if he was a cancer his whole time as a Houston Rocket, but I feel like at a certain point he became a cancer. Yeah. And but he only did that because he wanted to be out. Because if you look at them now, at him now and Brooklyn Nets, they're flourishing. They had a couple games where things were looking like, damn, it might not work out. But they got it
twice.
But I mean, they not the team in New York that got the number one defense in the league. You know, that's another team. But
Cleveland is the number one defense.
Nah, they one of the number ones. We the number one. The Knicks are the number one defense.
That's nothing to be proud of because y'all 9-11 with the number one defense.
That's not bad. That's not bad for a team who in their first 20 games last season was like 4-16, and you look at them this season, we're 9-11, and we pretty much got essentially the same team, just a whole new front office and a whole new coaching staff. That's pretty commendable, man. Hey, shout out to the New York Knicks. You know, I got to throw my plug in there. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all stepping it up, man, but,
they a long way to go. We got a long way to go.
Man, look, get one of them guys from Brooklyn, man, because they don't need them.
I mean, they ain't going nowhere. But they have, I agree with a lot of people who say that, I don't want to say this season is championship or bust, but I think they got another year or two. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I mean, because it's this year or next year. You don't win a championship.
LeBron, how many more years does LeBron really have? And LeBron is the championship stopper. LeBron is the modern day Jordan. He's the dude who's keeping dudes from winning championships. You know what I'm saying? He did it all on the east side. He kept the Indiana Pacers away from championships. He kept the Boston Celtics while he was on the Cavs, which is why they had to triple up and make that make the big three. So like he's been keeping the Toronto Raptors and all of these teams away from the championship. And since he's left the Eastern Conference, we've been seeing multiple teams being able to flourish. Toronto was able to win that championship. Yeah. Kawhi joined them and got them that one ring, and then he bounced out. But LeBron is the championship stopper right now. So once he's out, if they continue to keep the Brooklyn Nets together, then...
So then it's asterisks by those because it's like, hey, man, y'all only won because the king...
No, but you can't put an asterisk when somebody retires. Like, that's not my fault he retired. He left.
Like, man, y'all really ain't that good.
So Toronto's championship is an asterisk because LeBron left the East?
Yeah.
Nah, man. Come on, the Claw. The Claw was the reason that they won that championship.
He would have never got there had he... They shouldn't have got there past the Sixers, but stuff happens. Lucky bounces.
That shot, man.
After he traveled, cool.
He didn't travel.
He traveled. Go look at that guys.
He traveled, man. That was a good shot. That was a great shot, Kawhi.
He traveled.
Come to New York next season, man. Come to the Knicks.
He only gonna play 28 games, man. Y'all don't need him.
That's what we need him for. We can have him rest. The way the team is built right now, if we keep everybody the same and we just sign
y'all be
Kawhi
32 and 50 and then not make the playoffs.
Hell no. We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. Every game that he play, he gonna do his thing, and then the games that he miss, cool. He'll take a loss or two. I'm saying, but we gonna segue into to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm saying, who do you think is gonna win the championship? Do you think the Chiefs have it in them to do back-to-back Super Bowl wins? Is Patrick Mahomes better than Tom Brady? Or do we... he laughed at it, so I guess not. Is it safe now to count out Tom Brady? He's no longer a Patriot. Is it safe to count him out in the Super Bowl? Or is he going to walk into... I don't know where they're playing at, but is he going to walk into that field?
He's playing in Tampa. The Super Bowl is in Tampa, and he plays for Tampa.
So home court advantage off the rip.
Man, he about to turn, though. He home in his bed, chilling. He ain't got to fly. He cooling.
So you saying Brady?
I think Patrick Mahomes is a better talent. right now.
He's younger, right? So
He's young. He got the arm strength. He great. He's nice with it. The league loves Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And they love a story.
Yeah.
Peyton went out on top. It's only right
Brady go out on top too.
that Tom go out on top.
So you're looking.
I think Tom will win, but this will be his passing the torch moment to
Patrick
Mahomes as the new face of quarterback. He the new GOAT.
So you're saying we're gonna look for some assistance from the refs next Sunday?
I'm saying it's probably paid for already, and the Chiefs know not to win.
Okay.
Like I used to not be a conspiracy theorist with this. I'm like, nah. But this is probably the only thing that Tom hasn't done. Be the first quarterback or first player ever, or first team ever to play the Super Bowl in their home stadium. New Orleans had a chance a couple years ago. They couldn't make it. Minnesota had a chance in the Dome and couldn't make it. So now, Tom just happens to go to Tampa. Go figure. The year that the Super Bowl is in Tampa. Go figure. And he gets there. I think it's a setup, man. That's the only thing he hasn't done. He's number one in yards, number one in touchdowns, number one in Super Bowl wins. First player to do this is another etch in the book. So I think this is paid for already, man. It's just it had to come. Like, I think Aaron knew it. That's probably why he's so upset now. He's talking about he don't know where he's gonna be at next year.
So Aaron's gonna leave. He's not gonna stay with the Packers.
He said he don't know. There's some changes coming.
But everything's up in the air.
Yeah, and I think that's a sign of frustration. I think the league just come on, because Tampa ain't really looked good all season, man. They really was out here struggling. 9-7-ish, 10-6, whatever they was. Like they snuck in and had 3 away games, won all 3 to get to the Super Bowl in Tampa. I think this is already paid for. The league want him to go out on top. He's been the face of the NFL forever, man. He go out now. Now Pat can go win 2 or 3 more. And hate to say it, I hated the Patriots, man. I got tired of them winning, but on Tampa, I'm kind of tired of the Chiefs already. They only won 1, but it's like, man, every week it's just the Chiefs and the Cheetah, and Kelsey. I'm so tired of hearing about it. The Honey Badger. Everybody got names on their team.
It's a cool team, man. I can't lie. I don't really follow football all too well, but I do agree at some point that there has been seasons where Super Bowls or even some playoff games seemed a little sketchy, like the league kind of set it up for certain people to win and they wanted a certain thing to go on. But what I would say to the fact that they wanted to go out on top is, if that was the case, why not allow for him to win? Because he could have had a way better, like a way more storied career had he won certain like Super Bowls against Eli Manning, and coming into this, it really wouldn't have mattered whether or not he won. So why would they not allow for him to win every time he went to the Super Bowl and just say, let's set this up? Wow, we have a rising team and a rising star in Patrick Mahomes, who we could just pass the face of the league onto him and have him just win a back-to-back. Because how many people have really won back-to-back Super Bowls?
A lot.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, not a lot, but of course Tom did it. Troy Aikman's done it. I think Steve Young's done it. So it's been people.
Okay.
But I feel like Tom, he got to go out, man. Like, we know this is last year. This will be his 7th, 8th Super Bowl win. He been to the Super Bowl 10 times or something crazy. He's ridiculous with the numbers. Yeah. This is the only thing he hasn't accomplished, is playing a Super Bowl in his own backyard, which he couldn't in New England because they don't have a Super Bowl in cold weather states that don't have a dome.
Okay.
So he couldn't do it there. So let me go to Tampa. The year that the Super Bowl's in Tampa. And let me check this off my resume and go ahead and win this thing. And I think it was all the setup from the beginning. He had to lose sometime. If they'd let him win like 10 Super Bowls, like, come on, nobody's ever going to catch that. But 7, like this, I think this would be 7-ish. He got more than most franchises by himself. So
I think it is, because I think I saw somewhere he got about the same amount of rings. Because I seen something that was like, who has a better career? Is it Jordan, who won 6 of 6 in the finals, or is it Brady, who won 6 of 10? You said he's been 10 Super Bowls?
Yeah, 6 out of 9 now.
So it's like...
So this would be his 10th one,
Yeah, so six of 9. So it was like, so I think he do have 6. So I mean, great career, man.
He did it, man. He's the GOAT. I hate to give him credit. I never liked him. I never liked him in New England, but right now, it's like, man, I gotta give credit where it's due. Like, you took a team that was average last year, 6-10 ish, and took the same team to the bowl. You know what I mean? He's like, a sign of greatness is when you lose your physical talent, can you still win? Like Jordan lost his athleticism and was like, bro, I mid-range you to death.
Yeah.
Tom lost the deep ball and was like, man, listen, I just pick your defense apart by audibling at the line. And that's a sign of greatness, man. He's great. I think Pat's coming, but not this year, young man. You won last year to get yours out the way.
Yeah.
Tom will win this year, pass you the torch, and then you can go ahead and run with it.
I agree. I think that it's going to be definitely something to watch. I definitely will be tuned in. I usually watch the Super Bowl, so I'm definitely going to tune in and see how that turns out. I've been trying to be more into football, but I don't really have a team, and I don't want to just root for the Giants because I'm from New York. So
Giants or Jets, man?
Or the Bills.
Nah, that's upstate.
Oh, yeah, we don't really rock with upstate like that, but the Bills did pretty good, but they made to the playoffs this year or something like that. So, hey, you know what I'm saying, shout out to New York, the Buffalo Bills. Call them the New York Bills.
What, they had in Rochester or something?
I think, no, I don't know where they play, but I don't know if they play in Buffalo, but I know that that's where their name is.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, man. I'm excited for the Super Bowl. Last football game of the season. I love football, but last one. Gonna strictly watching my Lakers dominate again.
Yeah, good luck to the Lakers, man. Good luck to all the guys out there going out there, and everybody likes to highlight how much money they make, and they should be doing this and doing that. But at the end of the day, when they're doing something that they grew up doing, they love this. So it's more than that to them. This is a passion, and this is their career, and they take it seriously. So I'm saying I want to shout out all of them for going out there and putting on a show for us and not just taking a full break, because we need something to do when we come home from work.
True, and they could have.
Yeah.
Trust me, they all got enough bread to be like, man, I'm good.
Yeah.
And NBA money guarantees they was getting paid regardless.
Yep.
So, yeah, definitely appreciate them. I'm still rocking out here, risking COVID, hopping on flights, on and off flights, in arenas, whatnot. I respect it, man. I wouldn't want to do it.
Nah, I don't know. I think I got my money. I'll be chilling.
Yeah.
Y'all catch me next year when the COVID is gone. That's how I would be.
Word. But yeah, this is a great first episode, man. More to come, man. Like, we're ready to get this popping. If y'all have anything y'all want us to touch on, hit us up. Underneath this video, just put some topics out there. We'll talk about them, do some research on it, give y'all what we think. It's been fun, man.
Facts. So we're going to have to find a location. We've been trying to find locations. So we're going to find a location. Hopefully we can get something concrete so we can be consistent and give y'all some more content. Please like, comment, share, all of that good stuff. Subscribe, everything, and we'll catch y'all on another one.
Yeah. Look forward to the other episodes with us. Different show entirely, where we talk about shows. We're going to recap some things.
Yeah.
We can talk about Power. I know y'all love that. Everybody love it. Book 2. We're going to talk about that. Movies, we catch up on and discuss them, you know what I'm saying? Hot topics about the movies, different takes. It's good to hear y'all feedback. So look for all this, man. It's not going to be just this show. It's mad content we're trying to produce out here. So get with us, stay with us, rock with us, subscribe, like, share, get these views up. We got y'all. Content's on the way. Thanks. We need it in this pandemic. Y'all ain't doing nothing, so view it.
Facts. That's a fact.